Good evening, gentle beings. You are looking at the connection screen to the helmet cameras of the American troopers on the front lines for the nightly firefight, and I have been informed that this one has the very possibility of becoming quite the meat grinder. So, if you are squeamish, you might want to step away and please put the younger ones of the family to sleep before watching this broadcast brought to you by Silra. And it looks like we are live finally on the helmet cameras, and that is the marvels of current modern technology on your screen right there. No one letting the front lines know that your squad support is coming in still, and do not engage alone, I suppose. And that has to be a hostile soldier, yes. As I said, this one seems to be much more bloody than the previous version of, well, nightly firefight, because we had access to a much larger theater of war, and this one seems to be for the control of a very small section here. The staircase seemed to play some sort of a big part, and that is many enemies. Hostiles incoming. But this staircase, apparently our heroes here, wow, how did he not get crushed by that? I assume it must have been some sort of a RPG or a stinger to take out the top of the staircase cover there. We are lucky to not have witnessed our hero being splattered all over the stairs by that shot. And it seems the enemy push has been thwarted from that flank, but the staircase, like I was saying, seemed to be playing a pivotal part of, well, holding it to prevent enemies from coming to rear, and thankfully that must have been a misfire, because thankfully at least it did not hit the friendly soldier. I would not want to see, well, this theater of war leading into all sorts of, funerals from result of friendly fire. And ow! Snipers on high vantage points are the bane of every infantryman on this sort of urban territory. I actually cannot tell, do we have any sort of air support for the troops on the ground? What did I mention about the snipers? And yes, as you can see on your view, even moving from trooper to trooper, this one is extremely bloody and a meat grinder of a sort. And there is some covering fire being laid for the friendlies on the front. And it seems like the opposition are taking higher vantage points on the rooftops. And that's the concern here, trying to use these fences as a cover to stop the enemy and take down the enemies from the rooftops, to prevent them from having those sniper nests they seem to so enjoy, which we have unfortunately have to witness at least 2 deaths by the hands of a sniper on a high vantage point right there. Well, not necessarily even a sniper, but a person with some sort of a marksman rifle, or at least the skills to marksman from a long distance. Our hero here is making his way, and he got hit probably in the shoulder there. You can see the whole camera got bloody, and he has spotted one of the enemy snipers. I could see the scope glint of his. But that's just not enough for this. Oh, this is the first time I see a shotgun, but obviously it makes sense for this sort of a urban encounter. And as you can tell, these streets are flooded here. Something must have broken to let the water into the streets, and these catwalks definitely make it. Well, they probably should be taken down to prevent enemies from being able to flank the troops. And that is hostiles there. Shotgun not quite the accurate range which it should have had at the point, but our valiant hero there got taken down by surprising amount of enemies, and this is simply painful to look at. There's so many hostiles taking down our troopers, but it seems at least there are some return kills, so to say, or probably should not be calling them kills. I mean, we are talking about the loss of human life here, which is never a good thing, no matter to whom or what side it happens to. But after all, we have to only hope that, well, no man gets left behind and everyone can be brought home, even if in the body bag. That is the, well, nasty reality of it, after all. And it seems a friend got mowed down from a high vantage point again, but thank God there is a medics along them to revive them with the defibrillators, because it's the modern technology at its finest again, and to bring out the troops from, well, from near death situations even on the front lines. We are seeing the concentrated hold again against those high vantage points. The enemy seems to apparently very much enjoy holding, but someone has given up the staircase control, it seems like, because there was an enemy at the rear, and we had a little bit of a movement there with the cameras to someone who absolutely got murdered. I don't know, is this intentional by the camera control crew to put the camera on people who are at the very front line about to be slaughtered? Are they trying to scare the viewer base? What is going on? I apologize about that. I really have no control over the camera over here. I am just here to provide you information live as it happens. But now we can see these catwalks being used to good advantage by our heroes here as well, to get to the level with the hostiles on the rooftops, which is apparently working pretty fine for them. There are multiple targets to be, well, shot at, and I don't know. Well, now he has to hide because there, as I said, there are multiple targets. And it looks like our time together has come to an end. I thank very much everyone who participated here, and I thank you very much for watching.